Hello, welcome to Biblical Hebrew with Mona Balogh. That's me. And this is the website that you can study with, studytorah.com, which is the main website where you can get the lessons, a series of lessons that were taught to a homeschool class. And then the other website is studytorah.co, where you get the downloadable references. So this week's Parsha is R'ey, Resh Aleph Hey, and that's Deuteronomy chapter 11:26 through chapter 16:17. So we're going to start with a review. We're going to do the Aleph Beit and the Sofit forms. Then we're going to do the vowels and the one-letter prefixes. And then we'll do the interpretation of the first verse of R'ey, Parasha R'ey. All right, so get to your lined paper. Remember, you've got 3 lines, or 4 lines, I should say, 4 lines and 3 spaces that you're going to mark off. Okay, 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines, 4 lines, and then 1 space, 2, 3 spaces. Okay, you can do that all the way down. So 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, 1, 2, 3 spaces. So it's just your normal lined paper, whatever lined paper you have. Okay, so that's where we're going to be writing in. So we start off in the midpoint of these 3 spaces, where the point of the bracket is, and we'll write out Aleph, diagonal, a little S, and a little question mark. And all this is in the main website, studytorah.com, in the Hebrew lesson booklet. Okay, Aleph, Beit, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yud, Chaf, Lamed, Mem, Nun, Samech, Ayin, Fe, Sadi, Kuf, Resh, Shin, Tav. All right, that's it, 22 letters. In addition to the 22 letters, you have what's called the Sofit forms, the end forms, and that's with the Chaf. You've got the Chaf Sofit, it's unfolded. You've got the Mem Sofit, boxed. Nun Sofit, folded. Fe Sofit, folded. And Sadi Sofit. So these letters come at the end of a word when they do occur at the end of the word. All right, so remember the Aleph is silent. It takes the sound of the vowel. Beit comes in 2 versions with a dagesh. This is actually the V sound, Veit, and then the B sound, Beit, has a dagesh. Gimel is G, as in gorilla. Dalet, D. Hey, H. Vav is V, but it has 2 vowel forms. Vav U is the U sound, and Vav O has the O sound. Remember, the Vav U, it's like you're punching yourself in the belly and going, ooh. And the Vav O, the dot is over the Vav, the O sound. Zayin is Z. Chet is a Ch sound, as in Bach. Tet is T. Yud is Y. But it can also be When it's used as a consonant, it's Y, but also like in English, it can be an I sound. It. This depends on how it's pronounced in the common language. Okay, so it can be a Y, it can also be an I. Chaf is CH as well. Sounds just like a chet, chaf, as in Bach. And then the Sophite form, the end form, is also the same sound. It's just the end form or shape. Lamed is L, L. Mem is M. M. Nun is N. Okay. LMN, Lamed Mem Nun. Samech is S. Ayin is also silent like the Aleph, but it adds a guttural sound to whatever vowel is associated with it. Silent, but guttural. Okay. Fe is F, but just by itself, without the dagesh, it has the F sound, that's foundational. But with a dagesh, look at that, little I there, it's a P sound, P. So fe or pay. Sadi has a TZ sound, S, like in cats, Mr. Katz, or pizza. Again, the Sophite forms are just forms, they have the same sound. Okay, kuf, if you look at it, so Hebrew is read from right to left, English is read from left to right. If you do the kuf backwards, it looks sort of like a Q. And that's the sound it makes, Q. Okay, resh is R, just like it sounds. Sheen is SH. And tav is actually a TH, like in Thomas. Okay. So it's a hard T sound, but it's actually a TH sound, is the way it originally was pronounced. All right, so Aleph, Beit, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yod, Chaf, Chaf Sophit, Lamed, Mem, Mem Sophit, Nun, Nun Sophit, Samech, Ayin, Fe originally, and then Pei, Sadi, Kuf, Resh, Shin, Tav, and then Sadi Sophit. All right, so let's review the vowels. So the vowels are pretty simple. So let's say you have a letter. Okay, we're going to put it in this little bracketed area. Any one of the letters. These are all letters. They're actually all considered consonants, even though two of them are silent by themselves, the Aleph and the Ayin. But these are the vowels. We have 13 main vowels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And the 13 main vowels are, you start with the letter. So the L just stands for a letter. And you have the letter and then you have the vowel sound. The letter and then the vowel. Okay. So let's say the letter is an L, or lamed. Let's say that that's the letter that you're starting with, that you're working with. It's the letter sound first and then the vowel. Letter, vowel, letter, vowel. So let's say the letter is here. Let's say it's the lamed. The first vowel that we are learning is shva. The shva just stops the sound. Stops the sound. So if this were a lamed with the shva, it would be l. The next is, let me just put this right here. Okay, patach. Next is the patach, and it's like the dots and the dashes in Morse code. Patach is just a dash. Patach. And that has the short ah sound. Doesn't bother. Ha. That would be, if that was a lamed, that would be la. Next is chatef patach. Chatef patach, but you'll notice it's with a shva. So patach and a shva is called a chatef patach. That also has the ah sound, but a little shorter, supposedly, than the patach. So shva stops the sound, patach ah, chatef patach ah. Next is what looks like a T, a big T, called a kamatz. Kamatz. Okay, and it has that sound ah. But it can also have the sound ah, and it can also have the sound o. But most of the time, it's going to be just the ah. Then you've got the chatef kamatz, same as with the chatef patach. Chatef kamatz. And as you probably guessed, it has all of these as well. Ah, aw, o, but maybe a little shorter because of the shva. So l, la, 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 lo, la, la, lo. Then you've got segol. Segol, if you were to put little wings over here, it would look like a seagull. But it's segol. And that has the eh sound, just like it sounds in segol. Eh, the short E. Okay. Next, you have chatef segol. Chatef segol. Also, the short E, even shorter. Le, le. Next comes the R'ey. There's two dots, one next to each other. R'ey, which has the A sound, the long A or the EY, A, okay? Lay, okay? Then next is the little dot called a chirek, chirek. So it's got the little short I sound, I, li. So if you think of the little chirek as a mouse and you're standing on the floor and you look down, you see a chirek, and you think of a mouse, you go, eh, eh. It's a little I sound. All right, so next is a dot above and to the left of the letter. So this is li, lay, li. This would be lo. This is a cholam. And it has the O sound. Next, we have the vav. Remember, the vav can either be a V consonant or a vav U, belly button, or a vav O, look up O, either one. So you've got the cholam vav, and that's also cholam vav, the O sound, lo. Next, you've got the kubutz, has a diagonal of 3 dots, kubutz, right, with the Q, which is the U sound, and then so that's lu, and then you've got the vav u, also pronounced ulu, and that's called a shurek, u, right? So that's the way we're going to pronounce everything. Le shva, la patach, la chatef patach, la kamatz, la chatef kamatz, le segol, le chatef segol, le R'ey, le chirek, lo cholam vav, lu kubutz, lu shurek. Okay, so now let's go ahead and read the first verse of the Parsha. Again, the Parsha is R'ey, which is Deuteronomy 11:26 to 16:17. And you'll notice that the Parsha is named by one of the first letters or one of the first words that's unique in that Parsha, the first verse that has the most unique word. And sure enough, in this Parsha, this is Deuteronomy 11, verse 26, you see the title here, R'ey. Okay, so let's analyze this at its core. Re is Resh, Shava, Aleph, Tzerei, Hey, R'ey, okay, R'ey. Aleph, Kamatz, Nun, Cholam, Chaf, Hirek, Yud, Anochi. Okay, and also remember one vowel, one syllable. Nun, Cholam, Tav, Tzerei, Nun Sofit. No tain. Lamed, Hirek, Fe, Shva, Nun, Tzerei, Yud, Chaf, Segol, Mem Sofit. You notice these Sofits, they come at the end of the word. Okay, Lif, Ne, Chem. Hey, Patach, Yud, Vav, O, Mem Sofit. Hayom, Beit, Shva, Resh, Kamatz, Chaf, Kamatz, Hey, Beracha, Vav, U, Kuf, Shva, Lamed, Kamatz, Lamed, Kamatz, Hey, U, Ke, La. And then you've got these little, actually it's little diamonds that separate the verses, one from each other. Okay, so what does that mean? Re'eh is a verb. So we're going to circle that. And Reish, and you'll learn all this later, but Reish is the first letter of the foundation or the lexicon root. Reish is the first letter, Aleph is the second letter, Hey is the third letter. You'll learn all this. The stem is Kal, which just means light, not as in light photons, but like easy, okay? It's simple active. Kal is simple active. There's 7 stems. So one of them is Kal. This is the most common, simple active, Re'eh. And A means see. Let me just make sure I got the right form here. So what I'm looking at here is the Schottenstein interlinear Chumash. Chumash means Chamesh. It's from Chamesh, which means 5, the 5 books of Moses. It means see. Okay. So Ra, Resh, Aleph, Hey means see. Can also mean look, but in this context, it means see. Anochi is the royal I. And this is Moses speaking. So, but Moses is also speaking as the mouthpiece of God. So it could be not just Moses speaking in the royal I, that he's speaking, he's quoting God. Okay. So let's say that Moses is quoting God. See, I, God, no tain. And it actually makes more sense if you see it as Moses quoting God. No tain. So it's another verb. And Nun is the first letter. Tav is the second letter. Nun is the third letter of the verb, which means give. Give. Okay. And again, this is a Kal stem, simple active. So basically, God is saying, see, I, God, give. Lifnechem. Okay, so you've got the Lamed, which means to. And Pnei is face of. Chem is a pronoun suffix, which means you all. To face of you all. Hayom. Hey is the. Yom is day. But together, this actually, in today's vernacular, would mean today. Beracha. Okay, beit would normally mean in, but in this case, it's from the noun barach. So bracha, we've heard that, blessing. And that's what it means, blessing. Okay, baracha. U, again, means and. Kelala. Okay, so you notice that this is also a noun. Baracha is a blessing, and kalala. The word kal here means either light, not heavy. Okay, the opposite of heavy, light. It also means simple. It can also mean, well, in this, it's translated as a curse. But using this root word kal, light, easy, simple, okay, and then kalal at the end just makes it's this particular noun, which means a curse. But what's God saying that this is a curse about? That he's not taking, or you're not taking yourself seriously. If you're being blessed, that means you're taking yourself seriously in God's space. If you're taking things easy or light or simple, or they're irrelevant, things are irrelevant. They're, you can have other definitions here. That's a curse. God is saying that that's a curse. So you choose a blessing or you choose a curse. And that's exactly what Moses is quoting God saying. See, Anochi, I, God, notain, give, lifnechem, to the face of you all, or to you all, hayom, today, beracha, blessing, u kelala, and curse. Okay, so actually let me go over the one-letter prefix words. And again, this is all in your Hebrew lesson book. So the one-letter prefix words are actually words. So when you have the letter beit, doesn't matter whether it has a dagesh or not. I'm going to put it with a dagesh because that's the foundational sound it makes with the beit. It means in. Next is hey, which means the. Okay, so again, this is a one-letter prefix. If it's a prefix, we've got the prefix words here. U, la, ha. Okay. Prefix. And again, context is everything. So it may actually be part of a regular word, or it could actually mean in. So the next one is vav, which means and. The word vav itself means hook. It's the word meaning hook. You can see how it can mean and. Next is chaf, which is like or as. Then lamed, two, right there, two. And then right next to it is mem, from. And then sheen, which means oh. Again, these are words that come before the actual main word. They're always attached, okay? But they can mean these words here. The can mean in, the, and, like as, le, to, from, of. All right, and that's it for today's lesson. You're welcome to keep studying the Torah and the rest of Deuteronomy, Parasha R'ey. Shalom and Lehitraot.